Good day, everyone. So, we are team number 5 and we are going to discuss our master service agreement and scope of work of our business. Keep watching. This agreement made and entered into 23rd of November 2021 by and between Prime Contractor Inc. Kayon Printing Shop, a private entity, operate under the existing law of Philippines with the street address located in Governor FND Building, San Fermin, Kawan City, Isabela. Its successors are assigned herein after called first party. And Company ABC manufacturer of bond paper, ink, mugs, and t-shirt. Its company located Commonwealth Avenue, Quezon City, herein after called second party.
This is the Section 1 Scope and Services of the Kayon Printing Shop. 1.1 Services. First party agrees to provide the secondary parties service bond paper, ink, mugs, and t-shirt described in above in the event of any conflict between this agreement and this agreement shall control.
Conduct of services. All work must be done in a professional and workmanlike way in accordance with industry standards.
Methods of performing services. Secondary parties have the right to determine the methods, details, and means of performing the work to be performed for first party. However, the secondary party shall have the right to exercise general supervision and control over the results of the work performed by the first party in order to ensure satisfactory performance, including the right to inspect, the right to stop work, the right to make suggestion or recommendation as to the default or details of the work, and the right to propose changes to the work.
Section 1.4 Scheduling. The first party provided are expected to require a substantial part of secondary's available business time and availability. Secondary party use its best efforts to accommodate work schedule requests.
Our section 1.5 is the reporting. The first party and second party will work together to design acceptable administrative procedures for coordinating. The first party will give second party with performance evaluations on a regular basis. So the two parties will work as one to make a design that is acceptable from the administrative procedures. The first party who is able to give or to provide an evaluation performance to the second party that is based on the regular basis.
1.6 Place of work. Secondary party work for first party will mostly be done at, unless such projects or tasks necessitate the use of first party facilities or travel off-site by the secondary party.
Last of the Section 1 Scope and Services. 1.7 Future Services. Secondary party promise to make its service accessible when asked and to extend the secondary party requires them to finish or provide follow-on support for any work or project to which secondary participated meaningfully at any time throughout this agreement. Unless otherwise agreed, such service shall be made available at secondary party actually labor rate otherwise applicable to service provided to first party pursuant to this agreement, plus reasonable and actually cost of materials provided or consumed in providing such service at time and place that are mutually reasonable and convenient. Consultant agrees to maintain agreement or commitment from key personnel assigned to work or project for first party as reasonably appropriate to ensure quality and efficiency of service to first party.
Section 2 of our Master Service Agreement, Term and Termination. 2.1 Terms. The duration of this agreement will begin on the above-mentioned date and will last for a minimum of 1 year, and thereafter for as long as first party seeks or acquires secondary party services.
Termination. Without cause, either party may terminate this agreement by giving the other written notice. Secondary party agrees that any arrangement between secondary party and any sub-consultant to perform services under this agreement shall be terminable without reason, that all such subcontracts shall be in writing, and that all such subcontracts shall include the conditions set forth under curable default.
Section 2.3 Curable Default. First party and its successors and assigns shall be entitled to all warranties, expressed or implicit, in this curable default section. The cause of any termination activities will be determined if one or more of the following default events or default conditions occur. The secondary parties will be in default for a period of 5 days following the delivery of the secondary parties of notice from first party to cure such incident or condition.
Section 3. Fees, expenses, and payment. Fees. Secondary party shall be entitled to compensation as stipulated in the SOW in exchange for the services to be done by secondary. All compensation must be given to secondary within 30 days of receipt of secondary invoice unless there is genuine disagreement.
Section 3.2 Reimbursement of Expenses. In addition to the foregoing and subject to the first party's policy on reimbursement expenses, the first party shall pay the secondary party its actual out-of-pocket expenses as reasonably incurred by secondary in furtherance of its performance hereunder. Second party agrees to provide first party such as receipts, ledgers, and other records as may be reasonably appropriate for first party or its accountants to verify the amount and nature of such any expenses. Prior to the business, the first party will build an approach on reimbursable costs or expenses. It should be noted that first party will make a payment incurred out of the own pocket of the second party, and they should provide a clear justification for the expenses like receipts, ledgers, and other reimbursed expenses. Unless the subject of a bona fide dispute, expenses shall be reimbursed within 15 days after receiving the invoice of the consultant.
4.1 Taxes. Is an independent manufacturer, the secondary party shall pay and report all income tax to the BIR.
So the section 5 of the Kayon printing shop, confidentiality. The mutual confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement is hereby incorporated by reference.
Section 6 of our Master Service Agreement, Assurance. 6.1 No recruiting. Secondary party shall not intentionally seek, encourage, or influence any first party employees to leave their employment with first party or hire any such workers during the length of this agreement, and for a period of 1 year thereafter.
Force majeure. Secondary party will not be liable to first party for any failure or delay caused by events beyond secondary's control, such as first party failure to provide necessary information, sabotage, transportation or communication failures or delays, equipment failures or substitutions, labor disputes, accidents, labor shortage, fuel, raw materials or equipment shortage, or technical failures.
Section 7.2 Governing Law. This agreement shall be governed and construed in all respects in accordance with the laws of the Philippines.
Independent contractors. The parties will continue to be independent contractors, and nothing in this agreement will be construed to form an agency, partnership, or joint venture between them.
The Section 7.4 covers the entire agreement. This agreement represents the complete understanding of both parties and replaces all earlier representations, proposals, conversations, and communications, whether it is oral or written.
7.5 Indemnification. First party agrees to defend, indemnify, and hold secondary party harmless from and against any and all claims, liability, losses, damages, and expenses, including attorney's fees and court, court costs arising out of or in connection with first party use or application of secondary party work by first party or any direct or indirect purchaser or license of first party.
Scope of work. In Kayon Printing Shop is restricted in only making prints on t-shirts, jerseys, tarpaulin, customized stickers or labels, and printing files. The social media will be used for reservations, inquiries, and promotions. In paying, we will accept cash as payment.
Location of work. Our office is located in the Governor Faustino D. Building in front of Isabel State University, Kawan Campus, close to a yellow three-story structure in San Fermin, Kawan City, Isabela.
Next of the statement of work of the Kayon Printing Shop is period performance. Kayon Printing Shop will operate or be open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will entertain customers 7 days a week within 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
So, statement of work. Applicable standards. Specific requirements for applicants must be computer literate, 18 years old or older, presentable, diligent, and eager to learn.
Acceptance of criteria. Pleasing personality in dealing with customers and fellow employees so that the business will have a good condition in our customers.
Statement of work. 6. Special requirements. Employees' special requirements must have taken computer-related or a graduate of any four-year college course.